Hello, my name is Rostella and today I'm going to teach you how to write a key signature in 4 clefs. Are you confused over the pattern of the sharps and flats? Are you struggling to put them in the right place on a stave? You don't have to worry anymore. You are in good hands. If you have watched my previous video, you should know what a key signature is and why it is important. If you want to revise it, click on the link in the description below or up here. If you're not confident about the musical clefs, there is another useful link down here or up here. Now, let's write a key signature properly, shall we? To correctly write any key signature in any clef, you only need to know one thing.
Oh my word! Tell me!
And this thing must be learned by heart, so you will never, ever forget it. It is the order of sharps and flats. The accidentals, as they are called, appear always in the same order in a key signature. So if you know the order, you will always be right. Easy. The order of the sharps is Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, Si. 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 To know the order of the flats, take the sequence of the sharps and say it in reverse. The order of the flats is Si, Mi, La, Re, Sol, Do, Fa. 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 Italians know what I'm saying. If you want to call the notes by letter name, to remember the right order, you can always create a sentence by combining words that have the same initials and are in the same order. For instance, fun colouring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. Good for you! Big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat cheese and figs. Right. Once you have learned these 2 sequences and you can say them as fluently and confidently as you say your name and address, pick up a piece of paper and do your gigantic drawings. Watch and copy me. Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi and Si. It is important that you put the sharps onto the right place on a stave.
So, for example, we can't write so sharp down here.
This positioning has to be learned by heart. In other words, take it as a picture that never changes.
Speaking of this picture, we can perhaps describe its whole shape as an irregular descending wave made of 3 curves, of which the second one is longer. Can you see it?
I would recommend that you get extremely confident in writing the sharps and flats in order in the treble clef first.
The best way to achieve this is to copy them over and over, and as you draw them, say their names.
Then you can move on and write them in the bass clef.
Fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, and si. As for the wave we talked about, if we compare the shape of the sharps in the treble clef with the one in the bass clef, we can see that it doesn't change.
And now that you have seen how to write the flats correctly, copy them over and over and over and over and over and over. Then follow these tips to write perfect key signatures in the alto and tenor clef.
Before we write it down, let me give you a very useful tip. Our wave doesn't change, so 3 curves, of which the second one is longer. And here it is. If I write it for you, it would be Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, and Si.
If you still expect our usual wave, I'm afraid now I will have to disappoint you because our shape changes. It is now ascending and zigzagging.
Like this. Let's write it together. Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, and Si.
As homework, you can
Copy them over and over again until you know them as well as your name.
Brilliant! All the key signatures with flats look like a zigzagging descending thing. We only need to position them correctly onto the stave. To do that, think of their names and take it as a note. Where would you place that note onto the stave?
The flats are Si, Mi, La, Re, Sol, Do, Fa. The first flat is C, B, and in the treble clef, the note B would be written on the 3rd line. So the flat is on the 3rd line too. Then we have Mi, then we have La on the 2nd space, Re, Sol, G on the 2nd line, Do, and Fa on the 1st space. In the treble clef, the group of flats starts on the 3rd line. In the bass clef, on the 2nd line. In the alto clef, on the 2nd space. And in the tenor clef, on the 3rd space. Oh no! It's too hard to remember.
You don't have to remember all of this. Just think of the correct position of B in the given clef and reproduce the zigzagging descending shape we talked about from there. Easy peasy!
The order of the sharps is Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, Si. Fun colouring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. The order of the flats is Si, Mi, La, Re, Sol, Do, Fa. Big elephants, 8 dinosaurs, goat cheese, figs.
I hope this video helped you learn the order of sharps and flats, which is, believe it or not, one of the most useful things in music. Being confident with writing the key signatures in different clefs lets you learn and play any scale much easier and quicker. Moreover, it helps you understand chords and tonalities. If you don't know what they are, click on my next video and enjoy learning music theory. Thank you for sharing and liking this video. Subscribe to my channel to become a theory virtuoso. Ciao!